But doesn't competitive advantage of humans using it go to zero over time? Reallocation of resources on a globalized level because AI can do it. Yeah, what is money?
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Raoul Pal unveils crypto and AI integration and the future of money, exploring technology trends that reshape financial strategies. In this video, let's watch to uncover visionary insights.
And pretty short period of time as well.
Well, I think it depends on whether you're saying competitive advantage in classical economics or competitive advantage in terms of advancement. Because again, we're talking about what does a post-AI future look like, right? Like most money is securitization and leverage, shall we say, capital. Telling a story about an asset and how well you tell it. If you kind of break that down, AIs can tell it better, they can allocate better. A lot of the friction that comes from these, like allocation decisions, the AI will be able to remove the friction, which then again has comparative advantage. So capital and resource allocation can flow faster. Like right now, can we feed every single person in the world? Yes. Can we give every single person in the world a mental health budget? Yes. Do we? No, because a lot of people are invisible, there's a misallocation incentive and others. So the way I view it is that we can move to an abundant Star Trek type future, it's just the interim is very ugly. And if it goes the wrong way, we end up in a like Star Wars type future. Or, like it's not as good, like these destructive cycles. It feels very much like Foundation actually, like this Isaac Asimov book, whereby most of our problems are allocative. We have enough resources. We have the ability to show people progress. Every single person, like in the Young Ladies Illustrated Primer, will have an AI beside them. Who's built that AI for what purpose? And is it a public common good? Or is it trying to sell you ads and gain your attention for this more short-term thing? Again, because we think in this way, we look at the ultimum, which is, well, where is any comparative advantage? Why do you need money at all when you can do instant bartering? What has this done to political power?
Michael Saylor, the founder of Strategy, has put forward an ambitious proposal for the U.S. government to acquire up to 25% of Bitcoin's total supply by 2035. In a detailed document titled A Digital Asset Strategy to Dominate the 21st Century Global Economy, he outlines a plan that involves daily programmatic purchases of Bitcoin starting in 2025, with the goal of building a robust strategic Bitcoin reserve. Saylor's message is clear: never sell your Bitcoin, emphasizing a long-term commitment to holding the digital asset. At the White House Crypto Summit on March 7, Saylor presented his vision to President Donald Trump, government executives, and global crypto leaders. He argued that by following this disciplined strategy, the reserve could generate over $10 trillion in annual revenue by 2045 and potentially contribute between $16 trillion and $81 trillion to the U.S. Treasury, easing the national debt. His proposal far exceeds earlier suggestions, such as Senator Cynthia Lummis' idea to acquire just 5% of Bitcoin's supply. Meanwhile, Saylor continues to expand his own Bitcoin holdings, having recently invested an additional $2 billion, bringing Strategy's total to nearly 500,000 BTC. The administration has also taken steps by establishing a digital asset stockpile funded with cryptocurrencies seized in criminal cases. Saylor's bold vision challenges conventional financial strategies and could reshape the nation's economic future if implemented as planned. His innovative proposal not only aims to transform national financial strategy, but also inspires optimism, setting the stage for a new era of economic opportunity for America.
But the reality is this: every programmer still isn't using AI,
Right.
which is mind-boggling, right?
All right.
Like I remember we were playing around on the thing. I did deep research of you.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Where I was like, wow, look at this, deep research. Let's do a paper on Raoul Pal and his approach to everything. It was like 80% good enough. It was like, what? But not
Done in
every-
minutes. I mean,
within minutes. Okay, there were some mistakes. Doesn't matter, because that would have taken how long? But the reality is, I bet 90% of financial analysts still aren't using deep research.
No, people still haven't seen it.
And this is the thing, it will come in waves of adoption, right? Because it has to come to where you are. And this is why, like I said, if my main thing is when I can have a chat with my AI like I'm chatting to you now, it just seamlessly integrates. And so it'll come in waves of adoption. I think we'll have some time, but we need to have coordination mechanisms. And I think crypto is great for that. I think we need to give people things to believe in, like a very practical thing. If you've gone through the cancer journey, imagine if there was an AI that could coordinate and help you through that. Not from a diagnosis, not from a treatment perspective, but just being there. And again, AI is outperforming human thoughts and empathy. What if every child had this technology? Like, there was a study done in Nigeria, 2 months of ChatGPT access improved educational outcomes by 2 years. And what's the cost to give that to every Nigerian? Even if you do it with solar power, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
So I think that we can think bigger. It'll become more competitive, but this is the nature of the economy. As you have these waves of innovation, it's just the diffusion and pace of this innovation is faster. And a lot of these classical structural things are broken down. I think things will be challenged like IP, copyright.
It's so hard to maintain in this world. I mean, maybe blockchain rails is one way of doing it. So at digital speed, in a digital age, we can prove authenticity of both people, content, stuff.
But then how does copyright apply to a robot that's walking around? Like, there was this silent album that just released by Kate Bush and Damon Albarn and others, saying, well, you can't have this for music, right? Stop scraping. But other countries allow scraping of music. And so is the Optimus robot going to close its ears when it hears Taylor Swift? It doesn't really make much sense, does it?
No.
And in fact, the reason
because it's replicating us, right? So are you infringing IP rights because you are Paul McCartney and you heard songs in your youth from Fats Domino and regurgitated it into Beatles songs? It's the same thing.
Transformative, right? And again, this is copyright moment. But then you extend that. Like, why do you have patents? What happens when you have teams of AIs and humans patenting everything? Doesn't make sense. We had patents because what we were trying to protect was the value of smart people coming together to build. And now you have the first discoveries done by AI. Is that patentable? Like, anyone who's decent at mathematics, like, I'm decent, I'm an Oxford mathematician. It's been so much fun using the AI to do kind of the mechanisms on game theory, topology, and others. Because I can just bounce back things and so forth, and I can build brand new social constructs and other things like that. But it just requires one of me now. It doesn't require a team of me anymore. As you get to in silico biological things, again, is that patentable? Does it make sense? Suno generates songs in seconds, and now with WAP,
then that collapses. So I've had a thesis for a long time, which everything digital goes to zero in value.
Cost of consumption has gone to zero in the private horse wave. The cost of creation goes to zero in this wave.
That's right. That's right. And the only thing that has digital scarcity is obviously blockchain rails. And that doesn't apply to everything. So it's, you know, as you and I talked about, this is a deflationary nuclear bomb of which people don't understand will completely restructure how an economy even works.
This is why my take was you need to have a blockchain cryptocurrency new economy for this. I think Bitcoin has its place as decentralized fully, or, you know, it's got two minor pools that make 50%, but you know what I mean. It's established as Lindy effect.
Yeah.
Anytime you create new money, you have to take money from somewhere else. That's why this meme coin thing was a bit crazy and other stuff like that. So I was like, create the generative AI high trust asset and capital will flow to that, because there's nothing to invest in apart from NVIDIA and a few others right now, right?
That's right.
Make it liquid.
Bitcoin's price is experiencing significant volatility as it struggles to maintain momentum above the $90,000 mark. The long-term return on investment, tracked by a 1460-day running ROI chart, has been steadily declining, raising concerns among long-term holders. Reduced trading volume and falling investor confidence add to the uncertainty, as both institutional and individual investors seem to be pulling back from the market. The declining ROI has led some to worry that Bitcoin could soon reach a point where its returns are effectively negligible, leaving investors with minimal gains despite holding the asset for an extended period. Historically, periods of low ROI have sometimes served as accumulation opportunities before the market rebounds. However, the current situation suggests that if Bitcoin fails to hold critical support levels above $85,000 and break through key resistance at $90,000, the trend could persist. This would bring Bitcoin closer to a break-even scenario, where gains and losses nearly cancel each other out. Market watchers remain divided, with some viewing the dip as a temporary setback that might prompt a future rally, while others fear it may signal a more prolonged downturn for Bitcoin's long-term profitability. Technical indicators like moving averages and RSI suggest oversold conditions, fueling speculation about a potential rebound. Some experts see the current dip as a temporary setback and a buying opportunity, especially if Bitcoin can regain key support. As market uncertainty continues, investors remain divided on whether these signals mark the start of recovery or hint at deeper long-term challenges in the near future. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.